Hello, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this. I sort of promised a while ago a couple of people to make a video about just my system and then what I do to make a podcast, how this whole thing works. I've always said I don't have the world's greatest system, and I don't. So here's my turntable. It is a Technics SL20 direct drive. You can see the if it focuses. There we go. It's got a P cartridge, which is why I was going to change, but I got it sounding pretty good right now, so I'm going to leave it go. But the thing is pretty beat up. When I got it in the mail, I bought it online, and the guy did not take the turntable off and put it on the bottom of the box. So when I got it, it was loose inside and it smashed everything up. You can see this little bodge here. This isn't even glued in anymore. And I had to glue this together in pieces. And I've glued the top part so many times, I've taken a memory stick's end off, and I've stuck it on there so the needle doesn't go flying over. The needle would go like whoop. So I stuck that on to keep that from happening. So it's not the most attractive unit in the world, but I actually got it sounding pretty good. I bought much better insulated cables. Here's one. And I would say my stereo got 10 to 15% louder when I did that, plus clearer. And then I also, I put a clear record on so you could see. I bought a cork turntable mat, and that's increased my bass a lot. And just sounds pretty good now. This is Jellyfish, by the way. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of glare, but Jellyfish's acoustic live album. I have a little now playing sign up there. And so that's my turntable. It's battered. It's beat up. It's my old cartridge. It was a Stanton. I don't know if that'll focus. Probably not. And I have a brand new Grado. But I tried it, and to me it didn't sound any better. Perhaps a little worse than what I already had. So I'm keeping it as a spare right now. Those of you into such things, there's the model number, if it'll focus. That's my turntable. And I suppose I could have turned this on. My CD recorder is next. It's a Philips, which they're pretty much the only people that made them. I have two. I bought a spare because this one's been dying for a long time, but it hasn't died yet. And the spare got shaken up in shipping a little bit, and I need somebody to look at it to get it perfect. But it was brand new in the box, never been used. So it's brand new, but there's something inside out of alignment. And as you guys know, I'm not the best at that sort of repair. So that's my CD recorder. And you go down there, and there's my mixer. It's just a simple little mic mixer. I use that just for my mic when I do my podcasts. And didn't turn that on either. That's my CD player right there. And I'll explain what I do in my podcast, but it's a Sony 5 CD changer. And down here is my amp. It's an Onkyo. I think it's 120 watts. Maybe I can get in on the info. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the info. It's kind of got a cool dial and stuff. I've always really liked it. I have very little money into this system as well. The amp was 20 bucks at most at a thrift store. It may have even only been 10 or 15. CD player I got for Christmas a long time ago. About 1991 or something like that. Mixer costs about 40 bucks. I also have a spare TV here. Sometimes I'll hook a DVD player up if I want to get something from a DVD audio. So I just use that as a picture reference. That just sits there. And CD deck is the only thing I have any money in. The new one was about $125, I think, and the old one was probably about the same. Turntable was $50 shipped, and it would have been. It's worth it anyway, but it would have been completely worth it if they wouldn't have destroyed it on the way. So that's it. That's my whole system. I do also have an equalizer. It's like Kenwood equalizer, but I don't use it. I find it interferes if you're recording, so I'd have to unhook it, and I just rather not use it. So that's my system. It's nothing great. I don't have a whole lot of money invested in it. About $75 at Target a whole bunch of years ago for the stand that it's on. And that's it. That's my system. Now, people have asked me how I do my vinyl podcast. So, I put a record on. I just wait for the beginning of the track. Turn my levels all the way up on this because the record's always quiet. Once in a while I get a 45. I got to turn it down a little bit. For the most part, it's good. And I just record the song. And then when the song's over, I stop it. And then I do a whole CD of music. Then I have to copy the CD on my computer. I use re-recordables. I put the re-recordable back in here. I blank it. And then I have to dub the CD again. This time I'll use headphones. I have Audio Technica headphones. I bought them because they're really durable. They sound pretty good. They got a 10-foot cord and a headphone jack on the end instead of a little jack. So, comes in handy. After I do that, I put those on, and now I get rid of all the noise at the beginning. I cue the track up exactly how it needs to be, and then I slightly fade it out at the end, adjusting the levels along the way to get it as perfect as I can. I use no filters or anything. I do another full CD of that. That then goes into my computer, which is over here. And from there I make an MP3. You guys know how to do that. And once it's an MP3 and I get a bunch of them made, then I'll go over. I'll get my mic out. Put it right about here. Face it at me. And just talk into the mic. You can't really see it because I forgot what kind of mic I bought. It's a Sennheiser mic. And I'll do about 5 podcasts at once for the mic. On the mic, that'll be about 5 shows. It'll fill up about 80 minutes. Turn that into an MP3. And I start mixing. And that's what this is. This is the first 4 tracks. And me talking. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. I use a program called Acoustica. And it's a really simple program to use. Yeah, I can show you that. It's here. Just got to turn that off. So, this just all works with the mouse, and you'll see a line. And if I hit play, it'll just play where the line is. At least it should. Not sure why it's not playing. There it goes. And I move it over here. And I'll do a mix here. And those 2 tracks are mixed together. And here's the next one. Just do that all the way through till you get to where I am. And the state I'm at right now is me talking with music behind me that has to be the exact same length as me talking. And I'll take this as the volume of the track right here. and I'll lower this.
No, seriously, I've been getting a lot of feedback lately, and most of it, the vast.
So it's pretty quiet. That might be a little too quiet.
I just want to start tonight's show.
I'll raise it up a little bit.
Thank you for letting me know what you think. A few people in the vinyl community, are maybe more than a few now.
So there you go, and that's ready for another track. So now to put another track on, I go up to this file button up here. No, I don't want to cancel that. File, add sound. I need to get back into my podcast. No, that's the wrong one. Right there. And it's number 142. Next track will be track 5. So that will go right there.
One of my favorites. Hidden
I can make it bigger. And now tighten that up a little bit.
Vinyl Hour.
Still not good.
Vinyl Hour.
And there you go. There's a good mix.
Vinyl Hour.
And that's how I make a podcast. Once it's all done, all my commercials, my station breaks, all of that's in. I turn it into an MP3, and I have a podcast. I got about, I figure 7 to 8 hours into each show. So, put this back on. And that's it. That's my stereo. That's basically how I make a podcast. I know I went through that pretty quickly, but that's it. It's a simple process, but the worst part is finding a song exactly the length that I talk. That can take me 10-15 minutes a shot. Anyway, that's my stereo. There's Jellyfish. Thanks for watching. Hope this explains it a little bit. I know I went through pretty quickly, but let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know. Like, comment. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And thanks for watching. Bye.